Relax, we're good. Yep. No hurry. No hurry.
Reserve games are pretty important to us, and had a good 4-0 result tonight against Bethel's reserve squad. And we always tell our players and recruits this, that it's not the varsity JV philosophy that you have in high school. We have one team, and yes, we have reserve games, but as you can see from tonight, our second team plays just like our first team does, and there are guys who have started in our first team who are playing here tonight. So it's by no means a JV game, and they've made huge strides throughout the season. They've gotten a lot better, and we hold them to the same standards that we do to our first team, and it only helps them get better, our second team guys, and which then in turn pushes our first team guys to get even better in practice. So we want our least experienced players playing with our most experienced players, and that pushes everybody, and that's why these reserve games are really important, and we have 10 of them every season.
I thought we played really well. Everyone seemed like they left it all on the field. Overall, I think we could have probably put a few more away, but I'm happy with our team's work today, and I feel like everyone gave their all. We've been able to keep possession a lot easier. I think in the final third we've been able to possess a little bit more and play how we want to play, just like that tiki-taka style. So I think we've been able to break lines pretty well and get in behind a lot better as the games go by. Doing that little bit of work to put pressure on the ball quickly is everything, because it forces the other team to turn the ball over, and then it allows us to play how we want to play. So it was a team effort today. Everyone did their job. Everyone played well.
Keep going.
I think when we played Hamline away and we drew and just didn't find a way to win that game, after just seems like every year with Hamline recently for us, we just pound them and either draw or concede one late. And to go 1-1 with them, it just was something about the game that I didn't like.
Yes, Pyle, come on, Pyle. You have to move quickly to get to your spots. Right now it's all reaction and not being proactive and getting there. In that light, switching the point of attack doesn't have to be 20 short passes. As it comes into the 6 and you turn and you've been able to turn and see the field, that diagonal ball to the winger is on all. Luke's balls are great, they're awesome, but now let's get a second runner in behind so we can get that second ball. We got to get on that as well, okay? Then I say bury your moments, and I mean, we should have 4 right now. We have 1. Okay, so we have to be really effective in thoughtful with our moments when we score. And then the corner kicks. I mean, the service is just, it's not good yet. So let's get it good. So they're looking to dump it behind our backs into King to run around. And at that point, the Sixes have got to come flying down right away. So if we sum it up, in the attack, it's move to your places, get to the pockets faster so that we can place it in the middle. Look for the ball from the Sixes to the wingers. If the ball comes from Luke up over the edge, then the midfield players have to get up and read that second ball. Cool? In attack? Yeah. Okay, then bury your chances and get the corners. Defensively, challenge balls in the air. Make sure that the Sixes are dropping behind that space. Dan's doing a good job, Luke's doing a good job, Seiko's doing a good job of taking that room away. They're going to keep going at you there. So drop underneath and take it out. Press the goalkeeper when we get a chance, and then pair up in the box whenever they get around that area and he does get behind us.
Take the 3 points.
Okay, need 6. Let's take the 6.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
That 2.
We'll start the same way we started. Let's go. Let's
Go!
You know, the next day was the Twin Cities Marathon. And so I just kind of told the guys, listen, we had a service project plan that we skipped it. We threw it out. I said, forget it, we're not going to do that. But you're all going to the marathon. And you're going to go to mile marker 19, the Franklin Avenue Bridge. And right as they climb up that hill from River Road, 19 miles into this, they start to question themselves, like, well, what the hell am I doing? Why did I sign up for this? I've just pushed 19 miles out. I feel pretty good about that, but I still have 7 to go. And the worst part up Summit, you know, from 21 through 24. And it's just for them to understand the power of positive influence and the power of support and what that can do to somebody is you see somebody who's broken and you just give them a little word of encouragement and you can see physically at that stage in a marathon their body change and their posture change and their frown turns to a smile and there's a new sense of energy and life.
I believe that! I believe that! I believe that you! I believe that you! I believe that you will run! I believe that you will run! I believe that you will run! I believe that you will run!
And I think we needed that at that point in the season. And I believe that our guys took that and really did more with it than I had hoped or anticipated they would. And I asked them to just go for like an hour, 90 minutes. And they were there for 3.5 hours and the guys didn't have voices for 2 days afterwards.
People want to know! People want to know! Who you want? Who you want? So we tell them! So we tell them! You are the runners! You are the runners! Mighty, mighty runners! Mighty, mighty runners!
And I think they had as much fun in that experience as the runners did. And it was really cool because you could see moving forward, I could use that as a reference point and they could use that as a reference point. Like what we're doing is not that hard. That person just ran 26.2 miles. What the hell are we complaining about? And we can help each other through difficult times as long as we stay positive.
What I'm most proud of with our guys is just seeing them kind of take initiative on and off the soccer field because they want to be, you know, the best soccer players they can be, the best team, but also just the best people.
My idea of what service is, the way I try to live out my spirituality and anything I'm doing is rolling up my sleeves and going to work. And that's what being an Auggie is you roll up your sleeves and whatever pocket or corner of the world you find yourself in, you make a dang difference and you do so by creating meaningful community.
So I think the foundation of our success this season was how much, you know, we worked to serve each other and pick each other up, you know, when we're feeling down.
I mean, to be fair, when we beat them, I actually thought we were going to win the league. That was a game for me that I thought if we had won, we were going to win the league. I also thought that obviously in that same light, a result against them specifically when we clinch us playoffs, which is ultimately always our goal to get to the postseason. You know, watching that goal on video, I mean, gives me goosebumps still. A win for that was, for me, thought we got a chance. We got a chance to win the league.
Well, undoubtedly the most memorable time for me would be the result we got against Macalester. In brutal conditions with great fans. I think we went through snow, cold, and rain that night. To watch our kids battle a perennial winner for 100 minutes into overtime before we scored just continued to build with my admiration to the kids and their resolve. Not conceding, changing formations, going after it as the overtime started and getting the result. I really believe, as I've said with Joe and Greg, that was a turning point in the season where our kids believed even more.
One of the things that we're intentional about is creating a learning environment. So, you know, the understanding why we do what we do, I think, is valuable. And then there's such pride in our values. They're just so important to what we do. And I think that when you leave the program, you go off, especially when you experience your own version of your life, sometimes you miss that. And you maybe get into cultures that don't share the same values, and you want a little taste. You want to come back and revisit it. So I'm really fortunate to have guys come back in. Also, I think that they have good experiences. They do. They wouldn't come back if they hated it. And they may have hated a few moments of it, but in the end, it's really valuable and important to them. And giving back to the players that are here now is also something that is a part of their habit. That's who they've become, and they want to pass on their experiences, their knowledge, their understanding, and give it to the current players because they want the program above anything else to succeed.
Oh yeah, I'm not eating that.
Because they've learned those life details, I think, from when they were here. So why would you not want to go back to somewhere that's really shaped the way that you live your life and follow those details? So I think wanting to be a part of it is, you know, get me back. I want more. It's almost like a refresher.
Felt good running to the alumni. The alumni got me pumped up.
When you talk about shaping, I think you surround yourself with people that make you better. And that was the environment that I found myself at Augsburg, that there were people better than yourself, that were unselfish team players that made you better. So to this day, I use a lot of the same kinds of feelings I had from Augsburg in your day-to-day life, just being as unselfish, good team player, and looking up to others in a way that you wouldn't necessarily think of, but that experience made you think of it because of that days at Augsburg and playing soccer with those kinds of people. They just made you better.
Next to him is Mohammed Sanko. Some of you may or may not know him. Hails from St. Paul, Polo Park. You know he's been around in and out with the program here. You'll see him sometimes in training sessions or not. He's busy running a club down in Burnsville, the club that I work in as well. Blake McGreevy comes to us from the north side.
My favorite thing about this program is the sense of tradition. We have father and sons every single year, and I've treated them like my own, like they're my actual siblings, and that's something I've always really appreciated through my time here.
Joining that pack of 24 other guys, creating that best friend relationship with 24 more guys, the competitiveness.
Yeah, we just come out here knowing that they got to push themselves, and we're here to support them mentally. I mean, it's not that we're harassing them or anything. We just know that they can do better and they can work harder and push themselves harder, and we're here to support that.
You know, the alumni are critical. I didn't have the privilege of having a large group of alumni back in the 70s because the program was so unique. But what's so fun to see is these alumni coming back to early practices now to support the next generation and to fulfill the legacy of the program, which is commitment to excellence, commitment to those that were ahead of you, but also a commitment to those that are following you to make them even better. And I think that's what's going to make the program exceedingly attractive, not only for incoming freshmen, but also be viewed within the MIAC and throughout the country as being just a first-class program.
It's just kind of sharpened my saw for everything. Hardworking, love of the game, relationship building.
I think for me it's the difference between responsibility and fault. I used to try to blame everybody for everything. And I realized that, sometimes you're not dealt the right deck of cards. You're just not, but you still are responsible for the choices you make. And I wake up every day making the right choice. As much as I can, I do my best to push forward. For me, that's the big difference. I was a big excuse maker, made excuses for everything. Now, at least I think I don't make excuses for anything.
Yeah, I've made great memories, great friends, long-lasting friendships, and so far, it just keep growing and growing every year. As you see, we're still out here cheering on.
I'll forever be in debt to Holker and every coach that's walked through here and all the teammates I've ever had.
The lasting bonds of friendship, that's what I love about soccer. I can go to a soccer game and run into somebody almost every time. It could be a former player, it could be a parent, it could be a kid that you played with or for or whatever, but there's a community that's formed and you can walk up to them and feel connected. So I love that about soccer.
We were really blessed is that we had a soccer coach that came from the Norwegian national team, Rolf Eriksson. And he instilled something in us that was really foreign to most of us, which was always win with class and lose with class. And even though we weren't necessarily the most talented group of players, what we learned was that we could win the MIAC championship based upon camaraderie, teamwork. We cared about each other. We were absolutely committed to success, and we were absolutely selfless.
Alums will always be involved. It's always going to be a family type culture because there are alums that played in 2006, 2007 that I'm still, meeting, and I guess I'm just comfortable saying hi to them. It's never a weird moment. So there's that culture and there's that family bond that you have, even with players you didn't play with.
What I learned in Hurry coming out of high school, where there's a lot of emphasis on individual records and awards and stats, this was very much a team first environment. I think a lot of things that I learned as an Augsburg soccer player have stayed with me throughout my life.
At the core of what we do is care for each other and care for other people. And we serve other people.
I think now there's a lot of thought that, say, Greg puts into the program, nutrition, to the training, to the strategy, the other teams and how they play against the Augsburg team. We didn't do that. We essentially laced up our boots every game and got after it. And so now there's a well thought out plan and they execute on it. It's a more complicated environment, I think, today. And not that the players are much different athletically, it's just that they're trained better. They think of things in terms of their nutrition and their conditioning differently than we did.
The alumni I'm going to present to you guys is Van Hong. I'm sure most of you guys know him because he came here during the season.
Okay, so my presentation is on Charlie Messi. Yeah, so my alumni was Cassidy there. Okay, so my alumni was Donnie McCarthy.
Alright, so I had Nick Vanders.
I had the opportunity to interview Tyler Heinrich.
Yeah, this is just thank you for everything you've done for the program. You're always part of our family, so I made it, so hope you guys enjoy it. I'm actually free right now. I'm just standing around posing with the soccer ball.
It's the 50th anniversary of the soccer program here at Augsburg on Saturday, and I was wondering if you could help me make a video to thank all the alumni who have come before us and show them what they've built.
Tom, say less. I got you.
From our success on the field
To the locker room.
To our VX sport system.
to the pitch itself. These are more than bells and whistles.
They're meaningful additions you have provided for the program.
To continue improving the Augsburg soccer experience. Thanks for being here this weekend. And we hope you enjoy your time on campus.
The men's soccer program is also a model of academic excellence. The philosophy here of the men's soccer program is student first, athlete second. I think I'm most proud of the fact that it's a model of work ethic. It's common knowledge in our department, but also to our competition, that we will outwork you. We will get it done, first by the way we train, and then we transfer to the way we play. Although successful on and off the field, the Augsburg soccer program prepares its student athletes for life.
bang, get one, and another 2 minutes bang is 2-1. That's defeating. That's tough to deal with. Okay?
Let me take my hat off first because Holker hates hats inside. I just say today was awesome. It was great. Got to connect with some older friends I haven't seen in a long time. What Holker's done here has been amazing. I'm proud to say I've played for Augsburg because of him. Has done a ton of things for the school, for us as athletes and as men. Without Holker, I probably wouldn't be the man I am today.
Not only this event is fun for us, but I hope that it just provides a network of soccer alumni that can help people just manifest and make themselves better as they go off into the real world.